Hey, what's up, guys? Tony here, and back by popular demand is Scott McLean. And I'll tell you guys, I had no idea that Scott McLean was so popular. And I don't want to sound egotistical or anything, but I thought people liked watching the Road to the Show videos for the commentary. I guess I was a little bit wrong because I got messages on Yahoo. I got messages on YouTube. I got messages on the PSN, and I got messages on Twitter, of all places, wondering when the next Scott McLean video is coming out. So it's just really funny that it wasn't when's the next MLB 11 video coming out. It was when was the next Scott McLean video coming out. And so I got thinking about that. And I'm like, wow, okay, so maybe this character is far more popular than I thought. There's some sort of an attachment to this character that I didn't know existed. I mean, I love playing as Scott McLean. And I guess you guys like watching this guy perform or this guy go through his career. I mean, this is only his second big league career. I mean, he's got it's got stellar stats already, but it's kind of funny. So I decided what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna be more consistent with the Scott McLean videos, and what I'm also gonna do is I'm going to go on a ballpark tour. And what I mean by that is I'm going to do more away games and home games. So I want to go ahead and bring you guys all sorts of different stadiums. And so we're going to start here at Mile High and Coors Field in Colorado. And this is sort of a reflection of my own real life aspirations. I would absolutely love to go every single major league ballpark. And that would include Dodger Stadium and whatever the hell they call the Giants Stadium. It's the McCovey Cove thing. I don't know. It's like PNC Park. No, I think that's Pirates. Anyways, wherever the stupid Giants play, that's where I'm gonna go. And if you're a Giants fan, I'm sorry. Just not a Giants fan. I'm sorry. I'm just not a fan of any team in the National League West. How about that? Especially the Rockies, especially the Dodgers, especially the Giants, and the Diamondbacks. They're a little like I don't care about them. But every time the Padres play in Arizona, they seem to beat us, no matter how bad they suck. So I hate all the teams in the National League West, but especially the Dodgers and Padres, or Dodgers and Giants. Man, I've had way too much to drink today. And it's orange juice. It's not even alcohol. So anyways, like I was saying, I do want to go to all the major league ballparks, and so I'm going to try to bring that here because I figured watching a game at Petco is great. I love going to Petco, which I need to go to a game here pretty soon before the semester starts next week. So maybe I'll go to a game Thursday? I don't know. Anyways, sorry. I didn't mean to start thinking in the middle of this commentary. But, yeah, it's a reflection of my want. And, oh, man, this happens so many times. This happens 3 times in this game, or this series, where the pitcher gets hit in the foot or something and throws me out twice and throws one of my players, my other players, my teammates out once. And it's flawless execution. Like, don't these guys ever get hurt? Not that I want to see them get hurt, but I'm just like, come on, guys, get hurt. And it happened again. I was playing franchise mode. I think I did it twice in a franchise mode game, and I just like had to. I'm a controller dropper. I don't know if you guys are like controller flippers or throwers or whatever. When you get mad, I just drop my controller. I'm just like, oh my gosh. And that's kind of what happened. It's just like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. What's going on here? As Tan would say, some black magic's going on, some shenanigans. So going back, let me finish that thought about going on these major league ballparks. I have been to Petco Park, former Jack Murphy Qualcomm Stadium for the Padres, Angel Stadium, and now Fenway. And so that leaves, 27 ballparks that I've never been to. So, yeah, I'd like to go. And so I'm gonna do that here, at least in the National League. And then it'll be cool for Interleague, and then I can show you guys some Interleague stadiums, ballparks as well. So, whew. That was a lot to cover in that first couple of minutes, and it's sort of like impromptu covering that stuff. So let me tell you guys about this right now. In this part of the season, which is really funny because I got benched for a month. And I don't know if you guys have ever been benched before in this game, but it sucks. So I ended up having to sim like a whole month of baseball because I got benched. And you're probably wondering, hey, Tony, why the hell did you get benched? Well, the reason I got benched is because I kept getting caught stealing at second. And so the coach sent me that email. It goes, the green light's off. And what I did is, I think Chase Headley was up, and I took off for second, and he fouled the ball off. And so at the end of the game, I got an email that I was benched because I had broken the rules, basically. And of course, when I was telling my older brother this a few days ago, he starts laughing at me. He goes, well, what the hell did you run for? I'm like, cuz I thought I could steal the base, because I'd been working on my base running aggression and my base running ability, and I'd been stealing a couple more bags. And so I figured that I could do it, that my player was fast enough now to start stealing bases. Anyways, they had benched the National League's best hitter, you know, the Triple Crown leader right now, and an All-Star as well, because actually while I was benched, I went, to the All-Star game, which I recorded, but I threw it away because I went like 1 for 3 and I got picked off at first, and it's just like, okay, that's not too stellar. So Scott McLean's a 2-time All-Star, participated in the Home Run Derby twice now. There was a little snafu with the Home Run Derby where I didn't go right to the Home Run Derby because I wanted to save I saved the game before going to the Home Run Derby, and then what happened is it got simmed, so I don't even know if I won. There's that other off the pitcher's foot thing. That happened in the same game, so it's 3 in the same game. Anyways, so yeah, I got benched, and so this is like the first series after the All-Star game, after I got off the bench. It's frustrating, so it happens. But anyways, at this point in the season, though, so this is the second half of the season, the pitchers they're really being very selective on how they pitch me, and they're not, they're not being bold, because before this I was seeing fastballs down the middle, curveballs around the plate, and I was crushing the ball. I was like really almost literally hitting the cover off the ball. I was tearing it up, and it was fun. And then I get to it was about the All-Star game, and suddenly I'm realizing these guys aren't, they're not really putting the ball around the plate. I mean, they're pitching around me. So I realized that I need to be a little bit more selective as I swing at an 89-mile-an-hour fastball at my eyes. It was this series that I came to that realization. So I started working on it, but just being a little bit more selective. And I love when you do that. You swing at a bad pitch, and then they throw a decent one in there, and you're just kind of like, huh, that's backwards. Yeah, as the old man's bitching at me about that. So, yeah, this is those times where your player will, excuse me, wow, your player will get cold, and you need to be more selective, and this is that time for me. And so it wasn't this series; it was the next series that I played that I was far more selective. And after a while, what you'll realize if you're not chasing pitches out of the zone, if you realize, if you go, 2-0 count, the pitcher's going to have to come in on you, and he's going to have to throw. Typically, it's a fastball. So they try to keep it low, but sometimes they'll elevate it, and you'll be able to take advantage of it. And that's what you have to do. Once you realize it's not really your player. I mean, yeah, your player does get cold at times, but a big factor is they change the way they pitch to you. Some guys will just sort of lose focus, for a while, and they won't pitch you as tough, and then suddenly they'll start pitching you tough again, and you'll drop 30 points or something like that, like I did. I was up over 500, and so this is part of my character, just not hitting well. But I was hitting over 500, and I think I'm down to like 450 or something like that. I dropped a lot of points, and it's no fun. It really is no fun when you're was at 448 or something like that. Yeah, I dropped a lot, and a lot of that had to do with the sim too. I simmed a bunch of games, like I said. So, anyways, what I want to talk to you guys now is about something different. And I'm going to do my best to describe this, but what I'm also going to do is I'm going to put this video in the description, because I want to know, and it got me pondering about this, if I was poorly coached. And it's so reminiscent to the ground ball I hit the third. Oh, man. In my real-life baseball. I mean, so anyways, I want to know if I was poorly coached. And then this came about because there's this triple play that's sort of a viral video right now. This center fielder goes to catch a ball, hits his glove, hits off his head, and then he catches it in midair. And so he doubles off the guy at second, and then he gets the guy at third or first for the triple play. And I had made a comment about how the guy at second should have been tagging up in the first place because that's how I was coached. And somebody replied that, no, the guy should have been halfway off the back. There's that stupid ball again. So he replied that he should have been halfway to third, and if the ball dropped, he was scoring. If it was caught, he was going back to second. And that didn't make sense to me because the way I was always coached is that if a ball is caught, or if there's a fly ball to center field or right field, you're tagging up. You go to second, you look in at your coach, and he'll tell you whether or not to go. And so in the situation that he described, if the ball was caught, he was going back to second, not tagging up. If it was dropped, he was scoring. In my situation, if the ball was caught, as it was caught, then he should be going to third, and he should get to third. And if it's dropped, it's, you know, in this situation, it would have been a deep fly ball. He's scoring easily from second. So I don't know, for you guys who are also baseball players out there, let me know the situation, you know, when you watch the video. Let me know what you think. Because the base running in the video is atrocious. Those guys really fucked it up. They screwed the pooch on this one. But it just got me thinking about, well, you know, have I been poorly coached? You know, I don't think I'm a bad player, but there have been other situations that have come up when I'm talking to my guys, my teammates on my men's baseball team, that I've been taught one way, and then they'll say, oh no, it's this way. It's you know, I don't know what you're talking about, and so it gets me wondering. I'm like, man, maybe I just have bad coaches or something. I don't know. And not that I'm unwilling to relearn these things, these strategies, but they make sense in my head, so they're hard to shake, you know. And I'm pretty stubborn too, so I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, take a look at that video, and let me know what you guys think. It's kind of a crazy little video, anyways, because I mean, the chances that he hits it, it's like a Jose Canseco, except for it doesn't go over the wall. Hits him on the head. Catches it. It's pretty amazing, actually. And I had to watch it like 4 times because the runner on second looks to like not have moved at all, and that there's a whole bunch of stuff that goes into that too. But anyways, some of you guys are probably wondering, like, how come you haven't made a video in a while, MLB video in a while? And it has to do like with my real life baseball. When I don't have a good game, I don't really feel all that inspired to make a Road to the Show video. And the last Sunday, I went 0 for 4. I struck out twice, grounded out to the third baseman, like I mentioned just a second ago, and I grounded out to first, which I have on video. One of the only at bat from that week, my brother actually recorded, and it's probably a good thing too, because I was just it was terrible. This guy who pitched against us, not this week but last week, lefty pitcher. Deceptive as hell. I've been playing in this league since 2007. I just can't hit this guy. Like, there's something about him, the way he releases the ball. He's just very deceptive, and I was way off my game, and so I had a really bad game. And yeah, so you guys will see that one at bat. But this week though, I had a good game. You know, I went 2 for 5, had a double, a single, scored a run, had RBI. And I played first base and a good game. You know, made a couple of plays at first. Didn't have to dig anything, thankfully. Last week I did. I dug a ball at first, which made me feel good, even though I had such a bad game at the dish. But that translates into like my desire to make a Road to the Show game. Because if I have a bad ball game, I just sort of like, I don't really feel like playing baseball right now. But when I have a good game, I'm totally amped to play some baseball, and that's really pretty much what I've been doing the last couple of days. If you guys have been watching me on the PS3, playing a lot of Road to the Show, a couple of franchise mode games, and then of course I'm playing Gran Turismo 5. Not much in the Black Ops department, just not really feeling it right now. And some people that I know have been selling that game back. I don't know. I can't sell a game back until absolutely 0 of my actual friends are playing it. If they're not playing it, then I'll probably sell it. And that's why I sold Medal of Honor. And I got a message from the guy on Noise just a minute ago. He wanted to play some Medal of Honor, and I'm like, I don't even have the game anymore, man. And it's that way with Battlefield 2. I bought Battlefield when it came out, and then I sold it back when nobody was playing it. And then so people are playing it again with Battlefield 3 coming out, so I went and picked it up again. So it's just this, it's like I don't know, like a wave, you know. People have these tendencies, you know. So I'm a pack rat. I love collecting stuff up, so I would love to just collect up games all day long and have this like, huge game library. However, I don't have the money for that. That's a lot of money just to leave hanging around. So I've adopted the Topher-like mentality of just only having the games that I am currently playing. Because there's other games I'd love to play right now, like Mass Effect 2. I love that game, but I haven't played it in a while, and I was like, I want to play Mass Effect 2. But the thing is I don't have it anymore, and that means I have to go buy it again. So I don't know. Maybe there's a flaw in my theory about holding on to games I'm only playing and selling the ones I'm not playing anymore. So because there's other games like that I sold. What did I sell? Red Dead Redemption was another game that I sold, and I shouldn't have done that. So anyways, I do have a bit of bad news. I know I mentioned my second cousin or whatever, Ricky Adams, before. I just found out that he's got cancer, and my family had a family reunion 2 weekends ago or so, or a week ago. Anyways, my uncle was telling me, because I didn't go because I had to work, my uncle was telling me that Ricky Adams was there, and I guess he went last year too, that I didn't know about. And like I said in my commentary, last one when I talked about him, I've never met the guy, and so I guess the guy's not doing too well. And he's I ran right through that stop sign. He's sort of a shadow of his former self, my uncle was telling me, because you remember watching him at Qualcomm hitting a home run against Padres when he was on the Giants, and he's like, man, he's just not doing too well. So anyways, yeah, I thought I'd share that little bit of knowledge. Unfortunately, the guy does not look like he's doing all that well. So anyways, guys, here is some real life gameplay. Now this right here was the best pitch I saw all day long. It was that like a knee-high fastball, pretty much right down the middle, a little two-seamer from a lefty. And yeah, I just was not really feeling on my game with this guy, and it just, God, it was out front of that curveball. And then he throws me another fastball here in a second, and I just can't hit this guy, you know. And you do those things like you start jumping out in front, you're trying to anticipate pitches, and then it's just a bad day at the dish when you're doing stuff like that. So anyways, guys, you'll watch me ground out to the second. It was a two-hopper. It was a hard ground ball, but still ground ball. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing, and I'll talk to you later.